All right, so yeah, I'm on PazomaRacing.com/products. And here's the description. And just so you know, let me just check. Yeah, no reviews on this thing. LED 23 CVO style front outer fairing batwing cowl DRL with sequential DRL with sequential flowing amber turn signal flashing for Harley Touring Street Glide, Electra Glide, Standard, Ultra Classic, Limited, Tri-Glide, CVO 2014 to 2024. And that's about it. Let's go ahead and get this thing fitted on a 2014 Street Glide Special, and we'll see what's up with this. Oh boy, okay, well, let's see what we got here. Rather than drag it through the shop, let me just throw it up on the tailgate of the Avalanche and see if there's anything left to this, if there's any parts missing. This little gal not fare well in the weather. All right, there's a test fit of the Pazoma. Fits actually fine. Just have one bolt holding it, but the gaps and everything look decent. Obviously, that's where the LED is going to go. Excuse my back. I'm going to get over here. From what I see, looking at the instructions, the plug-in on the LED is fairly straightforward. Basically, what I have to do now is I have to see, obviously that's gloss black. The bike is denim. I have to see, obviously I'm going to have to paint it. I'm not sure. They say this is painted. It's probably, oh no, it does look painted. You can see a little bit of orange peel. I'm going to scuff this down, obviously. I might try and wet sand this and see if I can get away with just hitting it with denim clear. All right, gang, I apologize because the heat is running, so it's kind of noisy in here. You know, upstate New York. 70 degrees yesterday, 38 degrees today. The fairing is real easy to get off. You got the three bolts that hold your windshield on. And then there's 4 bolts on the back side, T27 Torx. Remove them. I always leave that center one connected. Sorry about my voice also, guys. Laryngitis. It also goes with the weather. I leave that center windshield bolt on there just to hold the whole thing in place. I'll pull that out now, lift the fairing off, and disconnect the headlight at the same time. Yeah, just like that. Sorry. The memory card was full. So I had to download stuff off it, format it. Anyway, there's that. I'm going to remove the headlight now, and then we're going to test fit that fairing. Actually, before I remove the headlight, I'll just go ahead and test fit that LED fairing. Let's see what we got. And supposedly it's plug and play. We'll have to figure out which plugs to play with, but before I do that, I just want to see how it fits in general. There you have it, a little bit cleaner than the rest of the bike. Some wire hanging out, but otherwise seems to all seem to line up nicely. Just at first glance, fit and finish looks good. All right, cool. Swap the headlight over and then we'll plug and play. So, excuse me. If you've never done one of these before, the outer headlight ring, you're probably like, well, why didn't you tell me this now, before, when you were trying to take it off? Little clip in here. This is the top side. There's a clip above the headlight here, and what you have to do is rotate it. So you put this on off to the side, rotate it clockwise until your screw hole lines up. The clip holds it on top, the screw holds it on the bottom. Alternatively, when you're removing it, remove your screw, turn it counterclockwise, lift it off. Just a little added tip there. So when you take your fairing off, you have 4 U-clips, threaded clips. You're gonna have to remove them, all 4 of them, transfer them over onto the new fairing. So we'll do that now. All right, so let me try and explain this with some close-ups here. There's your headlight plug. If you follow that back, in this case it's mounted just below the radio. It's got a little clip. I've disconnected that. So there's your 4 flat connector. And that's what's gonna bridge. You're gonna plug the fairing into this on one end. And then there's 2 clips coming off the fairing. One clips to this, the other one clips to this. So it's just bridging in between the 2. And then you plug your headlight back in. Alternatively, you have 2 smaller connectors that are 4 flat. They're gonna go into the directional harness, one on either side. You can see them right there. One thing I will mention is take a very close look at the harnesses on the new fairing, because when I looked at mine, some of the pins had pulled out just a little bit. Make sure that your wiring is firmly pushed in there before you connect them, and then again after. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect them. So I'll do the larger 4 flat, 2 smaller 4 flats, and then the headlight, and then we should be able to mount this right on there. One of those jobs that would obviously be easier done with a helper. Pull the center bolt out of my back pocket. Double check my wiring, make sure nothing's hanging out. Nothing is hanging out. Yeah. And then let's see what we've got here. We'll check all of our electricals. Is there a battery in this? Wow, holy shit. Left directional. Oh, look at that, it's sequential. Oh God, I hate to admit it, that's kind of cool. Right directional. I don't hate it. Well, I don't know. You guys, what do you think? I'll be honest with you, I did this a couple of reasons. My factory fairing was damaged. I bought this bike at auction. It had gone down. So I had put it together as cheap as possible, including repairing the original fairing. So I was going to replace the fairing anyway. I saw these, a lot of people asked about them online. Nobody had experience with them. So I was like, you know what? Let me try one of them. I'll be the sacrificial guinea pig. But I wasn't really thrilled about the look. You know, and I get it. They're trying to mimic the newer Street Glide. I gotta admit, I don't hate it. I actually think it's, God, is it cool? I don't know. Anyway, that's the Pazoma Racing fairing. That's a 2014 Street Glide that I just installed it on. I'm gonna wrap up the bolts. Go ahead and comment below. Give me your thoughts on this thing. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you completely indifferent to it? Let me know. All right, guys, on to the next one. I'm Smitty. I'm at the shop, and I'm out.